I think we are live.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Have you started? Did you ever get the chance to start the book yet?
I haven't started yet. I actually don't have a copy yet. I'm waiting for mine to come in the mail.
Well, shipping everywhere.
But I have read it already, so if it doesn't show up, I can still talk about it when we get to talking about it.
That is good.
I ordered the UK covers from Book Depository because I think they're so much more pretty than the American covers.
They are.
They're stunning and I want them, and I've been wanting them for a while, so I finally decided to like bite the bullet, which is exciting. How far into it are you?
I believe. Okay, no, I've read that chapter. 11, I think, like 80 something pages in.
That's awesome. How is it like your second run around so far?
I'm definitely seeing things that I had not previously recalled. Like I knew the basic, like bare bones, but there were some little tidbits that I'm like, oh, I didn't remember that from my first reread. So I don't know if it was one of those things. You know, we get going and you skip over stuff sometimes, or it doesn't register until the next time.
Absolutely. So. I'm excited to go through it again. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying myself. And I know I'm committing an atrocity by reading my pretty version, but I don't get rid of them, so I always just read the pretty special versions.
They're gorgeous. I'm so jealous.
I am very shocked I managed to get a set, to be honest, because they sold out very fast.
They did, and like I went to look at them too, and I was just very curious about how much they cost, and it's like $100 US. So like for me, it would be like nearly $125 in Canada, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, the shipping is really like murder. It's like $30 or something. I was like, this is ridiculous, but I love the series so much. I was just like,
when you love the series, it's worth it. Like I have so many like duplicates of books that I love because I found a gorgeous edition. Like it's definitely worth it. But yeah, they're still waiting for more people to come in, but we can probably start a sprint if you want to get reading.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it'll show up on the bottom so people will know when to end. We can probably set one for like let's go till it's 3:00 my time. Let's go to 3:45. Okay. Let's go right ahead. I'm gonna mute my mic so people don't have to hear the whistling wind.
Yeah, for me.
Awesome, and we can get some stuff going. All right, let's go. Rachel, we have an exciting visitor in the chat. Hi, Katherine. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh.
As you can tell, we're super big fans. Super excited to be rereading all the books and finally finishing the series. It's both of ours, one of our favorite series ever, and thank you very much for writing it.
Yes, thank you so much. And I am so excited. I was not in the greatest headspace when I read the last time I read, which I finished the second book, and I hadn't been able to get to the third one, and I'm just so excited to read them all and to know how the story ends. I've heard it's one of the best endings to a trilogy ever, so that's pretty high praise for sure.
I think something.
Why did she? Yeah, something said she was blocked for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened there.
Sorry.
You can tell we're kind of newbies, so I don't know what just happened, but apologies for that.
Is there a way to like take any kind of restrictions off of the comments? I've never used StreamYard before, so.
Neither have I, but I starred the comment there. There we go. I don't know how to fix that. That's my bad. Yeah, I've only used StreamYard once before.
And I don't think I can do anything since I'm not the host. I don't seem to have any power. I'm sorry.
I am not sure. We may have to wait out the 5 minutes that it's saying there because I am not sure what happened, but we're glad that you're here.
Yes, thank you, and sorry for the technical difficulties.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. Sorry about that. If
right,
you stream it every Sunday and still don't know how it works. Absolutely. There's always new things to learn. If Katherine, if you can comment, if you're reading anything or if you're doing anything and you want to keep participating in the stream, let us know what you're reading. Also, Castle Library, let us know what you're reading. Super excited to hear because I don't know if everybody's reading The Bear and the Nightingale right now.
Yeah.
These are kind of general sprints open for everybody, but I actually just started The Matzo Ball by Jean Meltzer because I don't have my copy of Bear and the Nightingale yet. I read it last time on ebook from my library, and I'm waiting for certain special editions to come in for physical books, so I'm going to be reading it later this month, but haven't started reading it. No worries.
My husband is reading it with me. He's been doing a lot of reading with me. He reads anyway, but anytime I read something, he's like, oh, I'll read that. And I conveniently have my other copies, so we're able to read at the same time. I got the fancy ones, Katherine, that you signed for is it Fairy Loot? Yeah. And whoa, girl, are you about to blow away over there?
Yeah, basically. We still don't have power. I'm still working on my hotspot from my phone for Wi-Fi. I'm using my iPad for my camera, but I'm really hoping it comes on soon because it's like 3:30 and in about an hour it's going to start to get dark. So
oh, yeah.
Really hoping for some good news in terms of power.
You have candles or flashlights or anything?
Yeah, I got a ton of candles, and we should be fine. It's happened before, so we should be okay. It's just a matter of boredom.
Yeah, understandable for sure. It's hard to read in the dark too, so it's like you got all the book, but it's dark candlelight. This is not the 1800s.
Right? It's gonna be a struggle. I'm gonna be sitting there like crazy angles, just try and get the sunlight. I think I have 1 more minute until that block is over. Katherine can talk again. But
I don't know what happened. I didn't even know that was an option that you could block.
No idea. Oh, The Righteous. What's that about? I don't think I've heard of that one.
I think it's the third one in The Beautiful and the Damned. Renee Adier. I don't know how to say her name. I'm going to butcher it, but
Adier, yeah, you're right.
I think it's vampires. I have them. I don't have the last one. She has, I think it's an arc that Princess has. So.
Oh yeah, it does look like that. I've got The Beautiful on my shelf. I just haven't read it yet. That's exciting that you got an arc for it. That's gonna be fun.
I aspire to have enough clout to get arcs. I've never gotten any arcs before.
I joined the Canadian HarperCollins Frenzy like influencer thing, and I got two of my very first physical arcs ever. I've got one of them sitting right here. I got Keeper of the Night. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, fancy. Okay.
Which I'm halfway through, and then I got Act Cool by Toby something. It's on my shelf. It's a trans queer coming of age story set at a New York City like summer theater program for teens, and it looks super cute.
It sounds cute. Apparently there are a lot more than vampires in that story, according to their comments.
Ooh,
Werewolves.
That's so exciting. I love it. So Canada's HarperCollins publishing house has a YA influencer program called HarperCollins Frenzy. It's like HCC Frenzy. I'll put it in the chat. And I literally just like DM'd their Twitter account and asked how to sign up, and they sent me the form. It took a few months to go through, but they approved me for it. So on the 15th, for example, there's going to be a event with B.E. Schwab. That's like a Zoom presentation, and they're going to showcase the next season's top new releases, and they send 1 or 2 arcs to everybody that attended the program. It used to be an in-person thing at the Toronto office, and I know like Zoe's all booked, and Haley and Bookland used to go to these. I know they used to go for sure, but since COVID, obviously, it's all been in virtual instead.
Is Katherine free from her jail?
Sorry?
It says Katherine free from her jail.
I don't know. It probably should be at this point, but
hopefully she's still here. I wouldn't blame her for being for 5 minutes, but hopefully she's somewhere.
I hope so.
It's awesome to keep popping.
Oh my goodness, my wind. It's insane. Well, anyway, do you want to try sprinting again?
Mm-hmm. That works.
Okay, let's see here. Do you want to go until 4 o'clock?
Sure.
Okay, I will start the banner now, and we can start to sprint. Let's see how far we go. Yes, my name's Emma. I think because of the pinned tweet, you can't see or the starred comment. We can't see, but yes, my name's Emma. Okay, let's get going.
I mute myself.
Katherine is still here. Hello, Katherine. We're glad you're still here. I can see you now. You've been let out of the StreamYard jail. That's exciting.
Thank you for staying. I don't know what happened, but we're super excited that you're here. Are you reading anything right now?
Yeah, we're writing as well. These sprints are good for any type of productive thing.
Give us the tea.
Give us the tea. Yes, thank you for asking. I am okay. We have no power, but it's just, I'm right next to the window, so it's very extra loud. Sorry about that, but we're good. Thanks for asking.
It's really windy here too, which it seemed to have died down a little bit, but we had like a storm last night. It was raining hard. I'm like, it is December. What's happening? But I don't know.
We also had a wicked storm last night as well. It was crazy.
Honestly, Princess anyway. Go to go to Oz. Snowstorm, 20 inches. Holy crap! Are you buried? Can you get out of your house?
God. Haven't seen 20 inches of snow in a few years. That's crazy. Where are you at? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah.
Night of the Mannequins. Oh, I read that over in October. I listened to the audiobook. It's really eerie. It's a really good read.
I have a friend. Well, he's not really a friend. Anyway, I know someone who actually had a deathly afraid fear of mannequins. They're kind of creepy, but I don't know.
Kind of
The
creepy.
unnatural humanness of them, I guess. So I could see that being creepy.
Yep.
Sure. So that's where the snow happened. Took 2 hours to clean. I'm surprised that it was only 2 hours, to be honest. Francis, in California. I'm sorry, I'm not good. I don't have a good memory.
Oh, awesome. Good luck with the cleaning up the shelves. It's always fun. My family lives in Winnipeg, so like I've seen some wicked snow photos. It's kind of incredible. And again, like I said earlier, I live in kind of a little bubble, so we do get quite a bit of snow, but it's on and off. It's not nearly as consistent as my family in Winnipeg. There's a reason the nickname for the town is Winterpeg.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My cousin has a hockey rink in her backyard right now because it's been like minus 10, 15 degrees Celsius like every day.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. We don't get as much snow in Ohio as we used to get. Like, I remember being a kid, we had so much snow, and now it's just like it snows a couple times, and then it just gets like negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit. We do Fahrenheit, and I don't really get a whole lot of snow, which is sad. I would love some snow instead of all this wind and rain. But
last year we didn't get snow until literally Christmas Eve. It snowed on Christmas Eve night and I lost it. I was so excited because I love a white Christmas, and we didn't get it for a few years because with climate change and everything, snow really hasn't been sticking around for longer than a day until usually past January. And we got snow on Christmas morning and I was like, that's so exciting. I was like a little kid again.
Yes, yes. That's awesome. I hope it happens this year. But people are trying to read.
have power. Let's see how long it lasts. We're 2 minutes past our time.
Oops.
My bad, I didn't look up.
Okay.
How did you do?
I think I've read, since we started, let's see. I could count. I think I've read probably like 30 pages, which I'm not used to reading in this setting, so I'm a little distracted, but I feel pretty good about it.
That's still pretty good considering how much we've been chatting and not actually reading.
How are you doing with your book?
I'm on page 45 of the Matzo Ball, so I'd say that's pretty good. That's pretty on par for reading for me in terms of like contemporary romance, so
yeah,
that's exciting. This book is basically like the main character Rachel is chronically ill and she's Jewish and she writes under a pen name, but she writes Christmas romance and hides it from her family because she's the daughter of a very famous rabbi and it would really upset them. But this year she's kind of been given an ultimatum by her publisher that like people don't want Christmas romance and they want more diverse things, and they're asking her to publish under her own name and write a Hanukkah romance. And she's like, God, no. And she ends up having to like work with her like first love and first heartbreak from when she was a kid at Jewish summer camp, to like make it work and make it the same magical feeling that her Christmas books gave her. I'm really liking it so far. Like I'm flying through it. I like I like that it's dual point POV because that makes a big difference with me for romance. So really liking this one.
It sounds cute for sure.
It's very cute so far. This was one of the ones that was shown to me for HarperCollins Frenzy Presents last in the summertime. So I'm excited to be reading it. Yeah, I think it's made its way around the booktube world, at least in terms of the people who read romance or who read contemporary romance. You have an hour left of your book. That's exciting.
I am reading additionally this one. Actually, it's super cute. I guess it's the second one. The Princess for Christmas. I don't know, something like that is the first one, which I have not read. This was a choice that I have an in-person book club, and one of the girls put it up, and we got voted on. So it's cute. I like it. The guy in it is very big into consent, which we stand a theme.
We love that. We love that. That was like I read Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey the other night, and like the guy, it was like the grumpy sunshine trope, but it was like reversed from normal, whereas the guy was like pure golden retriever energy, and it was absolutely adorable. But he was in a similar spot because it was like kind of iffy because the whole point of it is that he's her boss in that book, so he was very concerned about the whole like idea of consent when there's that power dynamic and stuff, and it was on his mind a lot, and I was like, good boy, like you're thinking about it. You're acknowledging this.
I saw you post that one and I was curious about it.
The one that you're reading right now, my cousin just read it recently and she really liked it. She also hadn't read the first one, but she read that one in like a one sitting, and she doesn't read much contemporary romance, so I think that says a lot about the book.
Are there clowns in that book you're reading right now, Princess? There's mannequins and puppets. Are all of those things in there? Because I don't know. So. I'm not sure I would want to read that.
A lot of that one I remember. I listened to the audiobook, which was really short, in like 1 hour and a half or something like that, because I listened on double speed. And it was definitely eerie. It was like I don't remember a ton of the plot, but I remember the vibe. The vibe was creepy, which was what I wanted because it was Halloween time when I read it. But are you enjoying like the writing at least? Because I mean, the writing's got to be at least somewhat good for it to make you feel that way and not have you be bored.
I've not read too much from Stephen Graham Jones. Didn't he do the Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, whatever?
That I don't know. The things that I know for Stephen Graham Jones is My Heart is a Chainsaw is his most recent one, and then The Good Indians, I believe, is also his. He writes he's Indigenous and he writes Indigenous horror.
See, now I have to look because I'm curious.
Which both of those I really wanted to read. It's interesting to say. Absolutely, I agree.
On the internet.
Without spoiling it, can you say what part of The Bear and the Nightingale you're at, Rachel?
Yes. Make sure I'm not hallucinating. Oh, okay. Seth Graham Smith is the person who did Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. So the Graham. Good old Constantine, the priest that is just is arriving at Vasia's village. So entering into the part of the book where I just like steam with anger.
Right? It's such a like frustrating moment, and you're just like screaming at the book like, no.
He's the worst, but like he's a character you love to hate. So
right, like that's the mark of a good villain or like antagonist, I guess you could say, that like you hate them so much that writer did a good job to make you feel that strongly about a character. Yeah, absolutely, he's the worst.
So, Princess, you said that he'll interrupt a thought with a bit of information. Have any of you read? Why is my brain blanking? It's the Scholomance series by Naomi Novik. The first one is A Deadly Education.
I started it, but I heard a couple mixed reviews, and I wasn't really getting into it, so I DNF'd it. But I don't know. I feel like it was a mix of seeing those reviews at the same time of not enjoying it as much. And I could have just like not been it could have just been not the right time. I'm very much a mood reader.
Yeah.
But I did put it down, so I'm not very familiar on it.
I did not
hear
any of like the negative things about it until after I'd finished the first one, and then I like was looking it up on Twitter and heard the I guess critiques of some of the content about it. I went and picked up the second one because I got them from the library. I didn't buy them. But the reason I bring them up is because she talks about there being like interrupting a thought and then throwing a whole bunch of information in there. And oh my God, I could not handle that with the Scholomance series. Like, I'm going to finish the series because I'm invested in the characters at this point.
Yeah.
She will literally stop mid-action scene to info dump about stuff that is not even relevant in the moment. Maybe it'll be relevant later, but it drives me nuts.
I think it's her first YA, because I really enjoy her adult books, like Spinning Silver and Uprooted. I loved both of them.
See, I started Uprooted, which granted it was a while back, probably like 7 or 8. It feels like 7 or 8 years. I don't even know if it's been out that long, but it was forever ago that I had started that one, and I didn't finish it. So which I don't know, maybe the Uprooted. I didn't
Uprooted. Uprooted took me a bit longer to get into. I read that last year, I believe, or the year before. I loved just like the take on the typical like Beauty and the Beast kind of retelling. And I enjoyed that aspect, and then I enjoyed that it went kind of in a different direction than the obvious one when it comes to Beauty and the Beast. They didn't just rewrite the exact story. But I loved Spinning Silver a lot. That one's a Rumpelstiltskin retelling, but it's also got similar vibes to these, like where it's you can feel the cold, and it's also based in Russian, and specifically Spinning Silver, the characters are Jewish as well, and it's just absolutely stunning. Like that one I really, really loved. I read that one back in February of this year, I think for Polarthon, and it was just amazing.
I need to try them because I, for the most part, like the Scholomance series. That the way that she writes them is like certain aspects that I don't love, but I could see myself liking her other work. I just wonder if I was like not in the right headspace for it when I tried it before.
Yeah, absolutely. And like again, there could be a big difference between her YA writing and her adult writing, right? So
yeah,
some people do really well going between the genres, and some just it takes a little bit to get the voice kind of down.
For sure.
And like I think adult tends to lead into info dumping better, if that makes any sense. I think info dumping makes a bit more sense in adult books, like it's done better in my opinion in adult books. Like I expect it almost.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see, what time is it? It is 4:12. I probably could do one more 30 minutes sprint. I don't know what everybody else is doing. You're obviously permitted to continue without me. I just have to get my child fed for dinner.
Of course, yeah. No, I'm good with doing one more, and then I probably should work on an essay I have due tomorrow.
I have homework too. I always forget.
So do I. It's like, oh yeah, that's the thing. And when the power went out too, I'm like, oh no, I have no way to do my essay. But
yeah,
so,
I'm glad it came back. Hopefully it stays up for you.
I hope so. But yeah, let's do one more 30-minute sprint, and then we'll call it.
It's good.
Well, I will set the timer to go until 4:45.
Awesome.
Okay. Let's get started. See if you can finish it. Finish your book, Night of the Mannequins. time is up.
Alrighty. Made some good progress.
Sorry, how was it? I kind of missed that.
So I made some good progress. So,
Awesome.
but hopefully everybody else did too.
I read about another 45 pages, so I'm on page 90 now.
I'm on 128, and I think I started on like 80
Nice.
something or 70 something. So yeah.
Awesome.
Feeling good. So I had a lot of fun, and
Me too.
we have other sprints coming up. I have no memory for dates. I don't remember exactly when. Next Saturday, was that?
I think I have it next Saturday also at 3 o'clock, same time. Okay. Or either noon or 3. Whichever one's best the day of. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Play it by ear.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Sounds good?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming, and thanks for reading. Thanks for sprinting. And we will keep you guys updated on Instagram and Twitter if anything else comes up. But we'll see you guys at the next one.
Bye, y'all.